Yo, it's Made. I'm here with my man Stolly. You tapped in for another episode of Stolen Conversations. She.
Welcome back, Stolly family. We here for another episode.
Yes,
Stolen
sir.
Conversations. You know how we do it. As you can see, if you're just tuning in, maybe you've seen the last episode. We got the new setup. We changed the scenery a little bit. New year, new look. You know, you look good, you feel good.
Yes, sir.
That's how we doing it this year. So another one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Looking to get those subscribers up. Get that monetization up. You feel me? Build this channel. Share it with your mama, auntie, uncle, your
Cousin.
your girlfriend's brother, his cousin. I don't know. Whatever. Everybody deserves to see this. So welcome. This episode, special guest, my brother. Man, we go way back, man. And as I was just about to say, I said, let's save it for the camera. You know, you were actually my first interview. I don't know if you remember, but
wow.
we're going to talk about it. But how should I introduce you? Made.
What's good, y'all? We here.
My brother, Aaron. I got to, you know. Yes, sir.
The government.
It's all right. But, yeah, bro, you were back in when I was living in Altamont.
Wow.
You we had ideas of doing I had this idea for a long time. It was around that time, bro.
Maybe
so
3-4 years ago.
That
we
was
did an interview by the water. I remember now.
By the water. We just set up a camera on the tripod.
Yeah, we did.
And we just said, hey, and I think you have that on your YouTube.
It's on my YouTube.
It's on your YouTube.
Hey,
so
man, never despise like small beginnings, brother.
Hey, that's actually came a long way. So what's going on with you, man?
Man, chilling, man.
How you doing today?
I'm glad to be here, bro. I'm good.
How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm also a little indifferent about some things too, but for the most part, I'm good. Like, you know how most people, they're so conditioned to saying that we're good. Like, I used to be that way, but now I be like, let me actually think about how I feel. So it's okay to be like, you know, I'm good, but there's some other things I'm working on.
Sure.
You feel me? So, yeah, man. I'm glad to be here for sure, bro.
That's what's up, man.
It's a blessing.
Glad we could do this. I feel like we're going to have a
man,
great conversation today.
We're about to get into it.
So I got some things I want to talk about, but I kind of want to, you know, see where you're at and anything that's on your mind, on your heart that you want to,
you know,
start us with.
Well, I'm starting my year with, I'm going to say 30-day fast. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Taking that time off social media to just spend more time with God, spend more time with my family, just being intentional about my year, man, to just quiet down the noise and just really see, you know, where God wants to take me. I think I'm praying for a few things, but I think the main thing is clarity more than anything. Because if you don't have clarity, you don't know where to go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's one thing I'm definitely praying for. And, man, so far, like, bro, it's been great, bro. Like, I didn't realize how much information subconsciously I was taking in that was influencing things. Like, to think that you could, and this is no shade to social media, but to think that you could be exposed to that many people's lives and not be affected is just ignorant. Like, you have to have margin. So, like, to not be on there at all, bro, I just feel so different. I feel more clear. I feel like I'm in the real world with my friends. Like, I don't know what's going on in the world, and honestly, I love it. So after this fast, I might even have to figure out something. Maybe I'll schedule my content or not be on there. But, like, for the first time in a long time, I feel very clear, bro.
That's what's up.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. So I'm, you know, just getting through my fast, man, just being patient and letting God do his thing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Fasting and prayer, as the word says, you know.
Yes, sir.
For sure. So I know you do a lot of things. We all say we do a lot of things, but man, you and I are sort of similar in that, and have gotten into the same spaces.
For sure.
We met each other I can't even really recall the initial. It had to be at Plush, right?
Bro, it was like maybe, I don't know, 8 years ago, 9 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a
but
while.
through the music.
Yeah, through the music.
Through the music and engineering and whatnot.
Right.
So that's obviously a passion of yours, but you've obviously branched out into other things.
You were the reason I ventured off into film, to be honest. I was like, yo, this guy does engineering, this guy does real estate, this guy does film. And so back then I was just like, nah, bro, I'm making a living off engineering, I'm good. But when I saw you guys like really diversifying your brand, it made me want to like really diversify my brand. When I picked up a camera, now I've been shooting weddings, traveling all over the world.
Been going crazy.
So thank you for that, bro.
For sure.
I was exposed by you guys and what you guys were doing. So I appreciate that for real.
Yeah, AJ and I.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think
yeah, you guys were.
AJ and I started shooting together, and at Plush, everything started that same.
Most definitely.
Them seeds was planted.
Most definitely, man. Now it's time to grow.
Yes, sir. What do you got going on right now?
Man, right now, man, I'm working on a couple of houses, as you know.
Yes, sir.
Renovating these houses, man. Just it's a lot. It's a lot of management. I'm just navigating how to be a leader and how to like manage people. And like what I thought was a leader that has been tarnished. I'm learning that like leaders eat last. And they don't lead from the front, bro. They lead from the back. You have to be willing to do everything that you're asking people to do who are under you or that's working for you. It's creating an environment to make people feel valued and make people feel safe. Because if you talk to the average person that say that they really hate their job, they really hate management. They hate management. They hate the
environment.
Yeah, they hate the infrastructure and where they don't feel valued and they just feel like they're a robot coming to work. And so for a long time, I was always taught that, you keep business, you keep friends. But now it's like you still have to treat people like they're a human. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're paying them to get something done, you have to value them right where they are. You know what I'm saying? So they could love coming to work, so they could love doing what they're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
And that starts with leadership. So I'm learning a lot about leadership right now, man. That's been one of my main like focuses. You feel me? Okay. Whether it's leadership in my family or leadership in the marketplace.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I understand that for sure. And working a job now, I had to pivot because of some of the leadership. You know, it's like, because it's like, why am I gonna go into a job or work all day where I'm disrespected or
dude,
you're not gonna last long or be excited to go in,
And we need to change that because the trajectory of the next generation is like we're building like spineless, just detached people because we won't take the time to see how they feel. It's like as long as I'm paying you, it's like just do this job. We don't care about the pressure you're under. We don't care about what's going on in your head. It's like just get this done. And like I really want to be the person that spearheads and change that. Because all leadership is an influence. That's it. Everybody has influence, whether you believe that or not. So I feel you, man. Never stay in a place where you're not heard. If you can't give your opinion in a room, you're in the wrong room. Period. Like
if you can't speak up or voice yourself, for sure.
For sure.
So what about let's go back and start with the music, man. Like, what's the update with the music, bro?
Man, so I just dropped a project. It's called Indifferent with an artist named Jekaso. Y'all make sure.
Jekaso, she was on here last year.
Yeah, man, y'all make
sure
y'all check that out. Our journey is just crazy because she like really just started off as like audio engineering client, and at that time I really wasn't producing, but then she would get like 30, 40 beats a week, bro, and she was just hating them. So I'm like, you know what? Let me dig back in my producer bag, and as we became like close friends, I started like creating like the soundtrack to her life, like to her feelings. And so, man, y'all definitely go check that out. We actually just hit over 100,000 streams within a matter of, I think, 2 months or so. So like that's been a blessing because I didn't expect that. You know what I'm saying? Like that wasn't the reason why we created the project, but I'm very excited about that, and I'm excited about my own music. I'm working on music again. I got a project
Okay.
called Favor that's coming out. It's going to be amazing, man. Produced by me, and I think it's going to speak to the hearts of people. Just my journey of healing and just my journey of getting closer to God and just growing. So I'm definitely excited for people to hear that for sure. So that's in the making. Be on the
Okay.
lookout for that.
Okay. We got a release date or not yet?
Not
You're
yet,
in
not
the
yet,
in
not
the
yet.
process. You're in the
I'm in a process. I want to say sometime around maybe February, March, probably around March for sure. I have a release date for that, so
Okay.
I'm excited about that, bro.
Produced as well?
Yeah,
Like
man.
you're producing it.
Yeah. Definitely gotta produce it, cause like, man, the production you get these days is like, music has changed so much, and for me, like, I'm not inspired by like music all the time because there's a loss of like not quality,
Mm.
but a loss of feeling. Like
Feeling.
yeah, it just doesn't have that. It doesn't have that emotional connection anymore. Like when I create music, I want to affect people, bro. Like I want them to feel something. You know what I'm saying? More importantly, I want them to know that they're loved by God. But secondly, it's like sonically, I want the music to be like really good. So, but yeah, but that whole project was produced by me, and it's special, man. Like when I hear that project, it's just all of the things that she was going through. We was able to really create like a masterpiece. So I'm definitely excited, like what God is doing with that project for sure. And there's more to come. 2025 about to be real dangerous for y'all, man. I'm telling
Oh.
you,
Dangerous. Dangerous.
in
Look
a good
out.
way.
So let's jump into the video, man, cuz you said I inspired you to do the video.
Oh yeah,
What
man.
do you like about the video?
Dude, I mean, it was like a hit, bro. I didn't even know I would be good at it. It was really like a hidden talent, if I'm being honest with you. Um, Video is the same thing as audio engineering, but with visuals. That's it.
Yeah.
Like the editing
The
is
editing and stuff.
the editing is the same. What I like about the film industry compared to the music industry, man, I feel like it's more cohesive. I feel like more people. It's not even about competition. It's about everybody getting better. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So I just thank God for the people that really put me on. Tristan Brown, my guy. He one of the top videographers for weddings, like in Florida. And I remember the first time that I got paid to do a wedding. I actually I gave him like half of the money, if not the majority of it, because I was kind of afraid and really know what I was doing. So I paid him, and I got under him to teach me. And then before you know it, he started calling me for weddings. You know what I'm saying? So that was a blessing. And I think COVID was a very pivotal moment for everybody. Cause remember the studio kept
Yeah, the
um
studio went down.
yeah down, and then it kept getting rented out. And from
Hmm.
that moment I was like, nah, bro,
Yeah, it
I
was
can't
rented
let
out for like 3 months, bro. With the studio shut down, that's why I'm here,
yeah.
because
It
I
was no
had nowhere to bring my
it was
clientele.
it was no other place to go.
So you said you were down to your last, or you had the
I
Sony.
had the Sony A7. I was like, if I'm going to film, my stuff has to look just as good, if not better, than everybody around me locally. So I
Mm.
took my last, bro, and I bought that camera, and I just started doing little music videos here and there. But then I already knew that I didn't want to do music videos. I knew that I wanted to do weddings. One,
Mm.
that's where the revenue was. Two, I love. And three, um, I just knew that it was going to be a better industry that was fit for me. Because in the music industry, the prices that people expect you to shoot these lavish music videos, you know what I'm saying? They got cubes coming out of their eye, they coming through their mouth. I'm like, nah, bro. I'm like, I'm not about to do that. I'm like, I'm going to
A
get it.
lot of work for them.
It's a lot of work for that. For I don't even know.
3 seconds of
I saw
edit.
what, I saw what my homeboys was doing, and I was like, nah, bro. I don't want to shoot trap music videos where people got guns all in the videos, and I'm like, I don't want to do that anymore. I never did that, but it's like I don't want to go down that route.
Yeah.
So I quickly knew that I wanted to get into weddings for sure, bro. So I'm thankful that it panned out that way.
Yeah.
And now I'm getting into like feminine hygiene, like kind of videography. So like I've been, hey man, shout out to SaltXO. I've been able to do some work with them, and that's been cool because the branding space is so different. But I feel like shooting music videos and doing weddings, I feel like that trained me because the branding space is very fast paced. Like if you're shooting, you could be shooting for 30 minutes and get like maybe 20 or 30 reels. Those 20 or 30 reels got to be edited and done in maybe 2-3 days. So it's a lot, but I feel like the training helped me get there. So
it's not it's not like a long process, but it's a lot of like
it's a lot
content.
It's a lot of content
Yeah.
in a short amount of time, and it's straightforward content too.
Yeah.
Like you know exactly what you're editing, but that doesn't change how long you're going to be editing the content. You know what I'm saying? So no, film. I always say, bro, film really changed my life because I remember my first gig was like it was a birthday shoot. Well, after the wedding, it was a birthday shoot. And back then, bro, I didn't know what nobody was charging. And so I told the lady, hey, look, you know, I could do, in my head, bro, I would have been comfortable with $800, bro. Like, legit, I would have been good with the $800. I'm like, you know what, let me just try something. I told her, look, I could do the whole thing for $3,000. I didn't think she was going to say yes. She said $3,000. She said, that's it? In my head, I'm thinking
you was too low.
In my head, I'm thinking like, so that expanded me that people would pay this much for videography, and it's like, you know, even bro, big Grammy Award engineers, they're not getting no $3,000 for the mix unless you at like the top of the food chain. You're not even getting that. So for me, I was like, nah, let me go ahead and make this shift to film. Music will always be there. Let me come over here on this side. Word. You know what I'm saying? And then real estate, dang, bro, everything happened around COVID for sure. That's when I bought my first condo.
Okay.
And them interest rates was like, I got my first condo at like what
cheap.
And the interest rate was like 2.6%. You haven't seen interest rates like that in 60 plus years, my guy. Yeah. I don't know if we'll ever see 2% interest rates like that. I think that's
never gonna happen again.
Nah, that's never gonna happen again. So
that's next to nothing.
Oh yeah, man. So during COVID, that's when I bought my first. COVID was good to me, bro. I know it was a bad time for a lot of people, but I think the world stopped. Some people got laid off.
You had a lot of time to focus and reevaluate and
yeah, man. You had time to think and reposition and figure out what it is that you wanted to actually do. So COVID was very pivotal, bro, for real estate and for film. Like I never thought about that before. So yeah, man, for sure.
Interesting. Yeah, man. I mean, we share a lot of them same passions, bro. The music, videography,
most definitely.
The real estate, investments. I think it's just very having a broad set of skills and talents, and especially the investment things. That's something that I want to focus on a lot more this year. I
remember you would invite me to these you were having like not real estate courses, but they were like
they were like community meetings, meetups.
The funniest thing about it, I don't even know why I was attending half the time, but I just kept saying yes to you because I was like, you know what? One, it was support, but two, little did I know that I would start being in the real estate full time within a few years. That's why it's so important that you be open minded and you support your friends, because a lot of people think like, oh, they're just asking me to do this because they need to meet a quota of how many people are going to be on Facebook live stream or whatever. True. But you never know what God is doing inside of you. So when he starts doing something in other people, it's very important that you have the mantle of a student, you know, the position of a student. You know what I'm saying? That whole time, bro, you were mentoring me, and I didn't know you were mentoring me. So it's crazy. And you didn't even probably think that around that time, but you're so full of wisdom. You give off so much wisdom and don't even realize it. So back then, I just kept coming
Yeah,
to these courses.
I gotta do better at that. People be telling me
you might want to do a master course.
I be giving a sauce out for
don't get a game away for free.
For the low.
You be giving too much game. Hey, listen, keep giving it to me though.
I gotta be quiet sometimes, but I just want people to succeed, and it's like
you do.
And it's like what I feel like. I mean, I guess the word that comes to mind is like gatekeeper. You know, I don't want to be like Lord. A gatekeeper of those information, people. But it's also like there is a like, yeah. I've learned lessons and put in work to acquire that knowledge. So it's like that should not be just given out to free to some people. Definitely. It's like, nah, you gotta either pay for the knowledge, the education, sit down with me,
for sure.
The counseling, or like go learn yourself, bruh.
Most definitely.
You know, so.
And with the whole gatekeeping thing, like I'll never understand that, because it's like, I feel like when God looks down, like when he looks at the earth, I don't feel like he sees this whole competitive nature thing that we have. That's something that the world created. Like, it's a scarcity mentality to think that somebody else has to lose for me to win. Yeah. And so what happens is that people become successful and they're inferior and they're insecure, because all arrogance is insecurity playing dress up. So they don't want you to succeed. So even though they can help you in the area, they would much rather just keep that information to themselves and watch you suffer. Now, I'm not saying that there should be a mandate for how much information you share, but remember that you were once at the bottom too. Yeah. And that if you can help somebody up and it's not going to kill you to share some information, share the information. Because that's the problem. A lot of people, we need more information, we need more resources, and we need encouragement, bro, more than anything, you know? And it's hard to do that when everybody is gatekeeping and everybody's playing so safe, like, I worked hard for this, so I don't want to see you get there. And it's like, what would happen if we all shared the resources and shared information? There wouldn't be that many people struggling financially, mentally, let alone spiritually, you know? So that's something that we just have to get better at as a culture, bro. Like sharing and really helping the next person out, for real.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna be more selective about it, but like you said, you said at the beginning, you know, being more just purposeful, and I don't think you used that word, but basically with the whole fasting thing, just being more
having clarity and
about why you're doing something. Or
when you got a big heart, man, there will always be people who try to I have a huge heart. And some God is teaching me in this season, it's like, don't be less generous, be more selective with who you're generous to.
And I think you said something a while ago, you post those kind of morning motivationals sometimes, and you said, like, don't expect, just because I give something,
I got you.
You don't expect the reciprocation, even, you know.
Do not expect reciprocity on any level that you are exceptional on. It's not fair to you, and it's not fair to a person. I might be exceptional. My gift might be encouragement, but that doesn't mean that because I'm encouraging you so much that I should get the same thing back from you. You might give me something else. You might give me confidence.
Might not have that to give you, yeah.
And a lot of people are hurt because it's like, man, I keep giving. But you're giving out of the cup that God gave you. They gave that person a different cup, right? Now, there's a difference between you're giving and then you're being exploited. Two different things, man. So that's not what I'm talking about. But
we don't want that.
No, we don't want that. But I had to learn that the hard way, that your generosity doesn't change who they are. You would think that me being generous or me being more giving, that would change all my relationships. And it's like, you are where you are in life because of who you are. And it's me being generous to you it's not gonna change that. Like, a snake is a snake. Me being good to you not gonna turn you into, you know, anything else than what you are.
Word.
It easier said than done.
Yeah, I hear you. That comes with the clarity and the
for sure.
Awareness, discernment.
Most definitely, man.
All those things. So Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So what do you? Let me ask you: music, videography, leadership in real estate. What do you like the most?
Man, that's hard, bro. That's hard. Um, I'm gonna say leader. I love walking with people, bro. I really love. You know, when you're a multifaceted person and you're multi-talented, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
times people look at you as if you're like discombobulated, like, oh, that guy's all over the place. But it's like, nah, bro. God didn't create you to do a thing. He created you to do things with an S. You know what I'm saying? So the tagline for my life is that I exist to help people know who they are. So whether I'm doing that in videography, whether I'm shooting a wedding, whether I'm on set, it doesn't matter. It all comes back to identity for me. So I don't know if I love more than the other, but I would say walking with people and helping to like lead people as I'm led by other people, I think that's the most powerful one. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Like that's the one that just gets me going, bro, to just see somebody who was going through trauma or they was going through pain and I walked them through a season and now they're blossoming. It's like that's my I don't want nothing back. It's like that's my gift. Like
That's the
seeing
reward.
seeing you be great. Like seeing you be great. And me and you, we've poured into each other's lives. Like, bro, you recently just got baptized, bro.
Yes,
you know what that
sir.
did for me to know that all those times we were, praying together, sharing scriptures and whatnot, and then you make the decision to, I think you are already saved, but I feel like now you just loud about it. Now you just out there with
Yeah.
it in the marketplace. So to see that, it let me know that like man, all those years paid off of just being
Well,
with
I
my
think
brother.
from I appreciate that, man. But yeah, the I think last year was very pivotal for me in my walk, and just
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot of things that happened that I had no, basically I, no question to me that it was like, this the God's hand is in my life and
Definitely.
working, and I had to, um, I came to Him and was praying at one point and was, um, wanting and asking for surrender. I felt
Mm.
like I wasn't 100%. There were things that happened, and I was, going to church now, and I'm praying, but I still felt like, God, I'm not all the way surrendered to you, So
Mm-hmm.
help me do something. Um, help me to fully surrender to you.
I love that,
And
bro.
there was something that happened, relationally wise, that I thought,
I remember.
yeah, I thought it was gonna be
Thought she was the what?
hey, let's talk about it. But yeah, man, and we was doing all the right things by the word and going to church and praying
All the
together
moral
and
things.
all the moral things, and next thing you know, boom, and that happened like very shortly after I asked God for that commitment and surrender, and
Mm.
it literally took that for me to be like, all right, and put my hands up and be like, you got this, and
Gotcha. Yeah, man. Like,
submit to His will and everything. So
bro, surrendering is tough.
yeah,
It's giving up your plans you don't even know. Sometimes you don't even know God's plans, but you just know that your plans ain't working.
yeah,
That's why you got to write your plans in pencil and not in ink, because you might just have to erase them, fam.
mm. And I heard, I pray this pretty often now. Is I was watching a podcast or something. This isn't my words, but somebody said, if God isn't there, I'm not going.
Mm.
Like if God isn't in the room, if He's not blessing it, like I'm not going. I'm not showing up. I'm not doing it. If He's not there with me, if He doesn't want me there, He's not going to show up with me. That means it's not His will. I'm not doing it either.
And
So
if that's your conviction, that's cool. But also, you can bring God into any room when He lives inside of you. You know what I'm
that's a
saying?
fact too, and that's actually something that I've been working on too, because it's like, it's our job to go out and create disciples. So it's
And
like
you can't do that if you are at church all the
yeah,
time,
you
bro.
have to go into those environments that
Mm-hmm.
might not look as friendly or nice. So
I
the
mean, bro,
discernment,
yeah, I
but
mean, definitely, bro. You gotta go into the marketplace and be who you was created to be. Um, and I believe a lot of like Christians, bro, get this twisted. They think that their calling is just like the church, bro. you can't be healthy if you at church all the time.
Yeah.
Like, because you're spending 80% of your life in the marketplace. It's a non-religious. It's the secular world. Like, a lot of people are afraid of that term and they stay away because that's secular. But it's like, dude, if nobody is going to go there and talk about God, then who's going to do it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because most I don't even know the number of unchurched like millennials, bro. It's got to be like 67. I don't even know 60-70%. It's got to be high. So we got to go out there and be that testimony because they ain't coming to church, and that's just facts.
Yeah, amen, and church is anywhere where there's two or more.
Yes, sir.
With Jesus. So we at church right now. You heard?
Definitely.
Take me to church. Okay. I think. Well, I was talking about what you enjoyed most, and you went on the baptism route, but you were saying the leaders of being a leader,
like leader, just ministry, bro. Just like
ministry. Okay.
Just being more vocal about God and like why I believe in Him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I used to be that guy that I'm sure people knew I was a believer, but I was real like quiet. You know what I'm saying? I was real quiet about my faith. Now I was like, hey, bro, I believe in God just like you believe in whatever it is that you're promoting.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I be so silent about my faith? You're not silent about what you believe in. So why would I be
craziness?
So why would I be silent? You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy to be in that place where I'm like, yeah, bro, I'm not ashamed of this no more. This what I'm rocking with. You know what I'm saying?
That encourages me, man, because I've had a couple instances just from being baptized where, you know, people have asked me about it, and they're like, well, why? And, you know, sharing my testimony, and sometimes it's like I get kind of like, well, like, you don't even believe, so it's like, but that's what I'm supposed to do. It's like I feel like I've been in this, I got what's happened to me, I've been put in this position to also be more vocal about it.
Yeah, but you planted a seed the day that you got baptized, bro, and you put it on social media. It's like, you put it out there publicly, like, hey, man, I'm standing on business.
Yeah, I'm standing on business.
So I was happy you did that, because it's like, bro, you're touching like a group of people that other people just can't touch because they're not in the marketplace. They're not in that world. You know what I'm saying? So now it's an opportunity for you to just witness to other folks and be cool about it, because people make the faith seem like it's lame and it's boring. It's like, being a believer is not about restriction. It's about obedience, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for a long time, I thought that I had to be perfect to walk with God. And it's like, nah, bro, you don't got to be perfect. But I also don't think the church did the best job at teaching us about sin or about sex. It's just more like, hey, if you have sex, you're going to hell. They didn't teach you about the beauty of sex and why God created it and the confines of it within marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so I literally grew up like, every time I would have sex, every time I was, you know, tipping and dipping, sneaking and geeking, it was like, man, I feel so condemned. Like, I feel bad, bro. Like, bro, I don't even want to go to church no more. I don't even want to be a Christian no more. I cannot meet this standard.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you're not the standard. Nobody is the standard. Like, God is the standard. There is no condemnation.
That's those convictions.
Yeah, bro. And like, condemnation is like, it's believing that your situation can't change because you keep messing up. But that's the whole point of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, grace and faith. So, like, even as a believer, bro, I'm just out here to just tell people, like, yo, I don't got it all together either, bro. We walking together. You feel me? Like, I got you and you got me. I'm not better than you. Like, we're going to live this thing out together. You feel me? If you want to know more, come on to the side. You feel me? But, like, you know.
Hey, man, yeah. That's crazy. That for sure, yeah.
Definitely.
Let that one breathe for a minute, you feel me?
Yeah, that was a little heavy.
Heavy. That's all good, though. What else you want to talk about, bro? I mean, I kind of left this one a little bit open. I think we touched on all those things. Oh, let me ask you this, because we in the same space, and I'm curious, what's your biggest challenge when it comes to real estate investing?
I don't necessarily want to give out numbers, like my first flip, but let's just say it was somebody's salary. My first flip was, I could put it like this. I could have took a year or 2 years off work what I made off my first flip.
I mean, that's challenging for you.
I mean, I'm starting that to tell you I'm starting
Okay.
that to tell you.
Okay. Oh, I hear what you're saying. You setting it up.
Yeah, I'm setting it up, and then the second flip, like that was great, and then I bought a third property, then that was great. So I got spoiled you. Like I got really blessed. Maybe not spoiled you, but I got really blessed early, bro. Like I went from a condo to like a house with a pool. Like I was able to buy a car off the lot cash, and I got spoiled you, bro. So you start thinking that that's the way it's going to be all the time. Now I'm at a place where I'm realizing that like, bro, it's not going to be like that all the time. So like, you could do the numbers on a house. You can get a house for $180,000. You might put 20,000 into it, and the ARV, the after repair value might be, I don't know, 250, 260. Okay, you could think that, but what you're not taking into account, you can go over renovation.
Yeah.
You can go over renovation. You don't know what the housing market is going to happen. Like, bro, in COVID, people was paying $20,000, $30,000 over asking price.
Crazy.
That's dead. That's not happening no more. But if you're not a seasoned, smart investor, you're going to think you could just keep buying. And so now you got all this inventory that's just sitting on the market. So for me, I'm realizing like, bro, analyze the deal better, because the way that you think it's going to turn out, it might not turn out. You might, like when we sold our first condo, the realtor had a first time home buyer. It didn't even make it to the MLS. It sold within 2 days. So I'm thinking like, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's crazy.
Second flip, 40 days. Third flip, I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm in the game. My most recent one, bro, was sitting for like 4 or 5, 6 months. So now it's like it's a wake up call to know that it's not going to go the way that you think all the time. So winning too fast and winning too big early is dangerous, because now you're conditioning your mind. Oh man, I'm gonna always make 60,000. I'm gonna always make 70,000. Nah, fam, you might lose 100,000.
Yeah.
You might lose.
Don't get me started.
You might lose 100,000. So like, man, real estate has taught me a lot about like life too, bro. Like people's lives might look put together. It might look so good, but when you get inside of their life and you get inside and you start tearing down drywall, you start seeing mold, you start seeing water damage. But from the outside looking in, you don't know it looks that bad. It looks great until you go in and you start renovating. And so God started showing me that, like, Aaron, I'm using you to do that in people's lives too. It might look beautiful on the outside, but until you start going in and renovating and breaking down walls, strongholds, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's bad thoughts, you know what I'm saying? Or you have walls that's blocking your heart from people hurting you in the past, you can never get to the heart of a person till you go in and like y'all really start renovating and figure out like what's going on. Like your shell is great.
That therapy work.
You look good. Like you look good from the outside. If we came and we ride about on the block, we like, yeah, that's the house we want. We get inside in there and we stay in there long enough, man, you start having water damage, you start smelling mold, and that's how some people's lives
roaches.
You look roaches, vultures. You look real good from the block. But when we really get into your life and it's time to renovate, we go see what's really up.
Yeah, man.
So definitely.
Yeah, I think I was recently as well to that point. Over the holidays, I was watching a lot of Shark Tank. I got into it, man. I was binge watching that. But they would have, you'd have people come in there asking for $300,000 for 10% of their company or whatever, and it's like, but their company, the way when they explain it, they're doing pretty good. They got, like you said, they got a store here. They got two stores running, operating. Making $60,000 a month, but bro, they leveraged their home. They got $700,000 on credit cards. Yep. Like, They in debt $1 million and only making 100,000 a year.
Yep. They got greedy.
It's a different type of like rich but broke.
Yep. The biggest challenge, bro, I think it's margin. People don't have, bro. It's just like, gosh, teach me how to live with margin, man. Don't give me too much, but also don't give me too little. I don't want to be I don't want to be a crack fiend high off life, and then I'm just like, then when it gets down, I'm down.
Too many.
Give me a spiritual equilibrium. Help me to stay right in the middle.
Ooh, that's good.
Give me stability.
That's good.
I want margin more than I want to win. Just because you're winning, it doesn't mean you have margin. And speaking of winning, you have to define what's winning for you, or culture will define it for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and winning's not all. Excuse me. Winning's not all monetary either.
No, definitely not at all. You got some people that look like they're externally winning, but they're spiritually poor, bro. Like they're hurt. They're publicly. Oh, they killing it publicly. But man, when them shades go down and that door closed, bro, they depressed with a bottle and a blunt in their hand, bro. That's not what I want. I had to really redefine what's winning for me. Cause when we started winning early on and the money came and things came, it's like, yo, this is great. But then you start, if you're not content, you start wanting more, bro. And just having more doesn't mean that you have more. You know what I'm saying? You can have more money. That don't mean you have more joy. That doesn't mean you have more happiness. Yeah. And so this year is me redefining like what is winning for me, you know? And so yeah, man, it's been a journey, but real estate can also be frustrating as well. You're dealing with tenants. They have their personal reasons why they can't pay rent and but I ain't even gonna get into that part.
Hey, I'm already knowing, bro. I'm already knowing. So
it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm not gonna say it's easy, bro. Anybody you see winning in real estate is because they work for it.
Facts.
Because it doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, it's discipline and them hard work for sure. Them lessons. So.
And just being this year, man. I don't want to keep working hard. I know that sounds crazy. Most people say, man, you don't want to keep working hard. Bro, working hard only works if you're working hard at the right thing.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people working hard at the wrong thing. Like, I don't want to keep working hard. I want to be more strategic. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm figuring out right now. It's not about making money. It's about creating systems that make money for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, wealth is built in your sleep. And that's what I'm really, as a mogul, that's what I'm really tapped into right now. You know what I'm saying? Not chasing a number, but like really just chasing purpose and just having a strategy. You know what I'm saying? Because money is that's not the highest return. You know what I'm saying? That's not the highest fulfillment. Like purpose is. If I said, bro, if I give you $1 million, but you gotta die tomorrow, you're not gonna take that money? Exactly.
Nah.
Exactly.
Because just add it to my life insurance, man.
Yeah, man. Purpose is the highest fulfillment that you could ever have in life. It's not money, bro.
Facts. Yeah. And at the end of the day, when we get to that point, hopefully we're all blessed with 80 more years. But
definitely, man.
People always say, they wish they had more time with family, friends, and people. It's like people are what's most important, not all the material.
It's our greatest commodity, dude. Yeah. Like, what is life without? What time? Well, I don't say time. Time and people.
People and relationships. Yeah, and your circle, who you keep around.
Bro, it's all about people, and we forget about that. I will say this though, not to swing the pendulum this way, but before it's even about people, it's about God's presence. I care more about pleasing Him and being in His presence than pleasing people. Because when you put people over God, you asking for trouble, and it's easy to, bro. It's so easy to do that, bro.
Yeah.
To put people over, it's just easy to do that. You know what I'm saying,
bro? I started realizing, to your point as well, like I've been reflecting on. It's crazy you say that. I've been reflecting on that a lot. Is even like it's a form of idolatry.
Ooh,
and when you
he about to preach. He about to
bro,
preach.
I even had to, my parents are probably going to see this for sure, but it's like, even the word says you should not love your mother and father more than you love me.
Yeah.
And like it's like dang, that was heavy, bro.
Yeah.
That was heavy, bro. So
Y'all should not have any guys before me.
Yeah.
And bro, I'm realizing
Even your husband or wife, like,
bro,
nah, bro.
I was talking to a friend of mine and we were talking and I was like, yo, something I realized and I didn't realize until later is like, yo, even your feelings could become an idol. Some people worship how they feel more than like God's presence.
Man, probably a lot of people do this in the world at this time.
I'm guilty and I'm working on it right now. Like, bro, how you feel might be real, but that doesn't mean that it's true. Things happen in life and we make an assumption like, oh, did I do something wrong? Did somebody else do something wrong? Bro, sometimes life just be lifing. But if you sit all day and you just keep thinking about what's going on in your life, it's like a tape recorder. Like, now more bad things are going to start happening because as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. So if I see my problems, the problem is not even there to destroy you. The problem is there to show you how strong you are. And you don't know how strong you are when you're just constantly winning because you're winning. But let somebody start struggling. That's when you really start to see who people really are. When they really start struggling, everything is going to be revealed. But when you winning, you never know what you're getting. It's like you winning. Life is easy peasy for you right now. You're not going through nothing. So we either coming out of a battle or you walking into one. That's a fact.
Hey, you in that margin. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Hey, I got those tiebacks ready. This is good, man. Do you I mean, you got anything else? We about time. So is there anything you wanted to just say or talk about before we wrap up?
I would say something that just being transparent. Like, sometimes we have a picture of like how things should look in our head, and when it doesn't go that way, like, we get frustrated. So God had to really deal with me on like being frustrated with some deals or some business deals that didn't quite go my way. But then I just started learning that like frustration is an indication of unmet expectations. Like, you expected something to happen and it didn't, and so now you mad. So that lets me know that lowering my expectations doesn't devalue me. It's just being realistic of people and being realistic of certain things. It's like, how could I expect somebody to be something that they never had to be before? They're not me and I'm not them. But it's hard, bro, because when you have discernment, you see so much potential in people, but then you get frustrated because you feel like, man, I know what they could be, but they not quite reaching it, and it's not fair because I'm not God. You know what I'm saying? I don't determine how fast you move or how fast you get to your purpose. So I'm just, in this season, I'm lowering my expectations of certain things so that I'm not frustrated. You know what I'm saying? So like, seeing potential could be very manipulative because it's you believing that something could be, as opposed to not realizing that it might not be that at all.
That's good. That's good. I do got one more, bro. Okay, because I be asking, and I'm in that season of my life where I had on the last few episodes actually, basically everybody got some kids. It seemed like, not everybody, but Lord. Most of the people.
Oh Lord.
So you as a father, I know you got two
girls.
Two
beautiful
girls now. Okay.
A blessing.
Yes. For somebody like myself that does not have kids but would soon like some fatherly advice, man, what would you say?
Man. Something like I'm realizing, like, right now, a lot of tendencies that we have as a people, a lot of it is, I don't really believe in curses. I don't believe nobody can curse us because God has blessed us. But they call it generational curses. I call it generational tendencies. I'm making sure, bro, that I could be the best, like I could be the best healed version of myself so that my daughters don't have to deal with what I deal with, bro. Get healing, bro. In any area that you feel like, man, I could work on this, I could work on that, man, just get healing, bro, so that the generations to come don't have to deal with the same thing that you dealt with. Like so many things could be avoided. Like how we are as a people, like let's just say I had a lust tendency, but let's just say my dad dealt with it, then his dad dealt with it, then his like nobody in the lineage broke that thing. So now I'm dealing with it. So in like I'm standing on business right now for my daughters to say that like, hey, this is it. We ain't dealing with none of that. The lust, the pride, none of that. Like I'm
nipping it in the bud.
Nah, like in Jesus' name, we stopping that right here. It ain't happening.
Yeah.
Like my daughters will not deal with the same things that I deal with. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, man, get healed, bro, in any area where you feel like it's like let God really, really, really deal with that part, bro. Because the worst thing in the world is like growing up, and my kids are young, but like some people some grown ups have grown up, they can look at their kids and be like, man, he just like me. Who wants to say that? It's like take a guy, and there's no shade, that got like, I don't know, 10 or 15 kids, and now he has to look at, I don't know, his daughter or his son and be like, man, they having 10 kids out of wedlock, just like I did. Nobody broke that cycle, bro. You know what I'm saying? But on a lighter note, for that, man, make sure the person that you having kids with is the right person, bro. That's the first thing. All that healing and stuff I'm talking
Ain't
about,
gonna matter.
it don't matter if you're not with, bro. It don't, bro. I love my wife, man. Shout out to my wife, bro. I love my bro.
Shout out to the wife,
dog. I love my wife so, bro. I could be stubborn sometimes, like, bro. She's understanding, like she's literally built for like what I need as a man to go forward. And like what happens is if you're not with the right person, like the Bible says, they'll be unequally yoked.
Yeah.
Like a yoke is something that you could put on like two oxes,
ox,
and then the person behind them can like control them. They're supposed to move together. But what happens is that if you got somebody that's like the reins and out of control, the ox or the person that's civilized, you're gonna drag them down with you. And so it's just being equally yoked. And even, bro, you can have a Christian and a Christian together. It don't mean that you equally yoked.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that at all. So before any advice of being a parent, make sure that the person that you're going to be with is, you better see how they handle.
Maybe that.
Bro, you better see how
that's a better question I should be asking.
Yeah, that's the question you should. That's the question you should be asking. Because it's like.
Well, that's the answer. I only need to ask it one time.
There you go. Nah, boy, ain't. Whew, it's nothing like. Bro, I'm so glad I don't have that story. Like having kids with the wrong person. Come on, bro. That's just.
Yeah.
I like the baby mama drama, the baby daddy drama, the step parents. Me and my wife decided like the only way out of this marriage is death. Like facts.
Oh, facts. Life or death. Yeah.
To death do us part for real.
Yeah.
I'm not having my kids have step kids. Not step kids, but like a stepfather or step. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
We're not spending Christmas with this side and what? It's too much, bro. Like I went through that. I don't want that for my kids, bro. But it's the best thing that I could ever give my daughters is a beautiful marriage, bro. If I do that right and they see me loving on their mother, they're gonna be like, yeah, my dad is a boss. And so now when they go out in the world and they date, it's like, nah.
They gonna have some high standards.
Yeah, for sure. It's like if you ain't doing what my daddy did, baby, that's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But imagine if I was the opposite, bro. They would accept anything, anybody and anything. But my daddy wasn't home, so it's like I ain't get that affection. So let me go out into these streets and try to get this affection. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but yeah, nah, man, you're on the right track because you're walking with God, bro. I don't see you being with a woman that's gonna, unless you.
Hey, man, God saved me. God preserved me. No kids, no. Out of wedlock, thank goodness.
God forbid she put that thing on. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, man, we ain't doing that now. We saved, man.
Hey,
I ain't into none of that now, lady.
Hey, bro, before I got married, bro, I was in the worst toxic relationship of my life, bro. That's why when people ask me for marriage advice, I'd be like, it's hard for me because I was with somebody, bro. It was so toxic, sex driven, sex addicted, bro. It was toxic. And so, dog, when I met my wife, she wasn't my wife then, bro. We was just friends, bro. We was like really good friends, bro. Like she has so much respect for herself, and that's really what made me like fall in love. It's like, I remember one time.
How long were y'all friends before you was like
I got engaged.
interested?
I got engaged 7 months, I think, maybe 6 months. We were friends for
before you.
So we were
before you got engaged, or before you was like, no, we dating,
bro. We was friends,
or courting.
We were friends for probably maybe, I want to say 2-3 months. My wife go correct me when she watches the interview anyway. And then 3 months we started dating, and then bro, I just knew, bro. I was scared too. I was scared of marriage because of my parents' marriage. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I didn't even know if I was going to be a good husband, but I knew she was the one, and I knew that if I don't do this now, bro, I'm never going to do it. I wouldn't tell anybody to rush into marriage, but for me, it happened fast. I was in a terrible toxic relationship.
They usually say that's how it happened.
Bro, out 12 months later, bro, married, and I've been married for 8 years, my guy. Like, when a man meets the right woman, fam, he know. So, ladies, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Listen, hey, I'm going to keep it a band with y'all now. It don't take that man 10 years to know if you the one or not. That's why a man could date a woman 10 years. She could have kids with him, and he not married. Because he know. And then he could get with a woman for 4 or 5 months and marry her. Because he knows. Ladies, don't make yourself optional. You are not optional. Trust me, he know. And it don't take that man no 5 or 10 years. No shade to anybody who took that long to get married. But for me, it's just like...
Yeah, my cousins took 8, so...
and that's okay, bro. It's just...
They younger.
It's just for me. I was like, nah, bro. Let me do this, guys.
Well, you was like, young too at the time. How old were you?
I was 6? God, yeah, she was 23. Up? Yeah, but nah, that was that though, man.
That's what's up.
But other than that though, man, thanks for having me, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I needed this.
Where can people you're off social right now, but if people want to get a hold of you or reach out or what?
Made_music on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, same thing. TikTok, same thing, and YouTube.
Made_music.
Same thing. Made_music.
I'm gonna put all the links in the description for sure.
Appreciate you having me, dog.
Yes, sir. If you made it this far, appreciate you again. It's another episode. You know how we do. Stolen Conversations. We coming better for 2025. You know, new look, new vibe. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe.
Yes,
okay. Appreciate y'all. We out.